we've completed all of our work and we've edited with our collaborators, we're ready to export our work. So let's look at all the different ways that we can export our files and utilize them. To begin, we can always simply save out our entire file. We've been experimenting with saving on our computer or saving in the cloud. The unique thing about saving to the cloud is it allows you to move from desktop to laptop to iPad and allow collaborators to edit. When I save to my desktop, I then have the opportunity to save in different file formats, such as EPS or, more commonly, a PDF. Exports allow me to export specific content or artboards. Let's explore that. So notice right now I have nothing selected. I could also select specific pieces of content and then export that specific selection. It really just depends on what your goal is. First, let's talk about the difference between export for screens and export as. When we export for screens, Illustrator runs that process in the background. This saves some time. You can export to the same outputs using either option. So in export as, notice all the different options I can choose from. Now let's say we're going to export these as PNGs. I can select using my artboards and export all of my artboards or choose specific ones. Next, I have my PNG options. I can change my resolution, and I would probably only explore this if I've used some Photoshop effects. In this case, I'm fine with using a medium resolution, and I'll hit OK. So those files are being processed out. Let's explore the other option. So in Export for Screens, I have a little more of a heads-up dialog box. In this case, I can select the specific artboards I want to export, or I can choose specific assets to export. This might be when I want to pull part of the artboard, but not the whole thing. Again, I'm choosing the area I want to export to. And the interesting thing about exporting for screens is that I can export in multiple ways. So in this case, I'm going to also export as a JPEG. So this will allow me to export different file types at the same time. Notice down here, I've got 3 artboards, but I'm exporting 6 different items. And so here you can see I've got both JPEGs and PNGs that I've exported. I also have my previous exports as well. One of the things to note is when I use my Export for Screens option, where I'm choosing the artboards, it names things as the individual artboards. When I just export as, it uses my file name. So those are something to keep in mind if you're exporting large amounts of content. So hopefully that prepares you to send out all of your assets in whatever way you need.